Good morning, everybody. Thursday, yes, one day before Friday. Woo! I'm almost going through the week. It happened so fast. All right, this I got to get off I got to say this first before I get my words all mixed up. Check this out. So we do know that the Supreme Courts have put the mandate in sort of like hold, I guess, but the regime is trying to push it anyway. So do what I say, don't pay attention to that. So anyhow, I don't know how that flies, but then in the midst of all this, because of the fact that they're still moving forward with their agenda with trying to make all government employees and businesses with 100 or more employees mandatorily do the jabbity jib jab, you've got states that are going to not do it regardless. States like Oklahoma, Texas, Florida, Arizona. So we do know that, and there's some other states as well that are definitely not going to go with it one way or another. Well, the DOJ has, I guess you could say, kind of like gave us the first little shove whenever you're standing in front of somebody and you're talking and it's getting kind of heated and that person gives you that first shove. Well, here's what they said. If they do not adhere to the mandates ordered by the Biden regime, then they can be declassified as U.S. military and be considered as militia. In other words, they're going to separate those people from the actual United States military, dividing us right down the middle from an actual real military that they considered they had in England that was coming over here and trying to take over, to the people that were just trying to be free, who were the local grassroots protecting of their property. The Department of Justice says that our National Guard, our state military, every state that has that with our National Guard will be considered militia groups. And so that takes us way back, a long way back. That was how everything got started, because of the fact that whenever we came over here and decided to be free, and everybody over there decided, hey, wait a minute, let's go get these people because there are people, they're going to owe us and everything. And we had to, a lot of big stuff happened. And I think that when it was all said and done with, before the whole thing was ended up, we had Francis Scott Key writing a very, very, very special and very, very heartwarming song. We know what that song is. So anyhow, peace out to Francis Scott Key if he's listening in spirit out here, because it just hurts me to know that's going to this extreme because of just over something that's not even technically approved by the people who approve all of our medicine. I'm just trying to keep this legit. I hope we know what we're talking about. I'm using code words. So to get on to a little bit more news, Washington Post is having to rewrite like all their articles pertaining to the Steele dossier that I want to say Biden regime, but it's all like it's so conglomerated. The Clintons, Hillary and all them had conjured up, and we had Igor Dashenko, who was the main guy. I'm trying to remember all this off the top of my head, and it got the whole thing in the ball works and the rolling and all. They spent millions and millions of dollars of our money on it, trying to get it all rolling along, and illegally used our own FBI and CIA to make it all legitimate, and got Soros paid judges to pass search warrants and things that are definitely not legal. So anyhow, that's happening. They're Washington Post. You can even look. It's on their thing. And then on top of that, we got Katie Hobbs. Katie Hobbs down in Arizona. Looks like she's just pretty much going to have to just drop out of the race altogether, because she was in the gubernatorial race, and it looks like she's losing so bad because everybody knows what happened. She's trying to throw it under the rug. She also, we know what happened in November into the beginning of January of this past 2020. That's a big deal. But on top of that, if, say, for instance, you're not a believer in that, say the quote unquote big lie, well, here is something that's not a big lie. Hobbs is also in hot water of the firing of an African American woman because there was some noise that she was making about her difference in wages, and she was constantly under fire over things, and so she took it to a judge and went to a class action lawsuit and actually sued and won the lawsuit over the fact that she wasn't being paid properly due to her race. When she was fired over all the shenanigans between the whole thing, Katie Hobbs was taking part in the whole thing. And she's been, they have her whole office and her whole administration or regime, you want to call it, has been very well known for those kind of actions, far as, underpaying minorities in her little jammy jam that she's got going on. So Katie Hobbs has already been sued her and got in trouble in court and everything over this. So that is also what, believe it or not, which is actually working more against her than the whole thing that happened, that she didn't do her job and took part in the whole thing that happened in late November, early January in 2020 that messed up our whole shenanigans. And then they get on their thing and try to comment about stuff the Democrats are doing on their website, little post thing on the YouTube, and everybody's like, Karen fan over here. What's up with that? And so I think it's kind of ironic how they get on there and just like, we're so mad at the Democrats and there's things and that and the other, but they wouldn't be dealing with this if they deal with the problem right off the gate. So, Wendy Rogers, this is not directed towards you at all, but let me tell you what, Karen family watching you, you're going to be, you and Stacey Abrams are going to be going fishing together, because you'll be in the same boat, because it's just, nope, it's just bad. I don't want even it hurts my feelings to see people go this way, just over a dollar bill. That money will bring them more, that money that they got off of the backdoor deals done that Karen Fan did with her brothers is going to cause more heartache, more stress. She'll be miserable. I promise you. She may have some money, but she's going to be well known for being the person she is. She won't be able to go in public. She'll be like, she'll have to move out of Arizona, because if anybody knows where she's living at, they're going to toilet paper her house every day with toilet paper, bad toilet paper. So anyhow, move on from that, because I get worked up sometimes. And then recent reports that Alec Baldwin wasn't even supposed to have the gun that was fired on set. There was no script for a firing of a weapon. So even if, say for instance, there was a gun involved, that's fine, but there wasn't even supposed to be a fired shot in that shoot or on that part of the script. So for him to even fire the gun makes absolutely no sense. No sense at all. And there's speculations that it goes deeper with ties to her family, and also possible, there's a chance because of his past. We know that he is also very unhinged, and he loves the young flesh. So there's a good chance that there's going to be uncovered evidence that there may have been some stuff behind the scenes that they were messing around and if trying to keep it all under wraps. So we're not sure yet. There's a lot of speculation as to why this happened, but for sure one thing, there was no reason for a gun to even be fired on set, for him to even have it. I don't know what they say that wasn't even a filming being done. He was just pretty much messing around. And so he probably, we don't know exactly, but probably was like, hey, and like, I don't know if he's, there's a lot of speculation behind that, but wasn't supposed to be a shot fired. Okay. And then, let's see. That's a lot of stuff going on. I know that right now that, in Wisconsin, there is a whole lot of things in the works. So I'm going to be keeping up with that today and putting a little bit of stuff together about that. Probably, hopefully get it out by tomorrow. But yeah, thank y'all very much. This is a super long video. I just wanted to catch everybody up and send a lot of love to all the people who are subscribing. Send all the love to people who are backing and supporting me. I support y'all as well in any way that I can. We're going to fight this fight together. We're not backing down. And I want to send a special thanks to all the people who's helping me out. Just all the things going on. I just love it. I can't thank everybody enough. God is in control.